Her efforts have paid off. Her school has recently honored her and she continues to shine in her new job. How did she do it? This is part 2. Listen as she shares more of her journey. So, what are your advices for the international students who want to come here?
I was thinking about this earlier. Maybe the first one is put yourself out there. And when I say that, it's really build strong, genuine relationships, connections with people around you, with people within the academy, with people within, the professional world. Volunteer.
Yeah.
It makes a whole lot of difference because you're making connections.
Right.
Whether consciously or unconsciously, you are making connections. And these connections will pave way to opportunities. Like really open big doors for you that you think are not possible. The other advice, advocate for yourself. When you come into a new country, when you come to Canada and you do not know anyone or you don't have someone to vouch for you, you have to build your brand. This is me, this is my work experience, these are all the things that I can do. Build yourself and build your brand. That's very important. So you will land big opportunities. Another thing is practice regular self-care because there's many challenges like environmental, financial, name it. Like, so it's okay to pause. It's okay to breathe, reflect, slow down. Because if you're not mentally healthy, and I'm not saying other, aspects are not important, they are equally important, but you have to be mentally strong.
Right.
When you are, when you're moving from one to another. The last thing would be consistent. Yes, because people see that your persistency, you're being consistent in the workplace, in the academy. I landed my summer job, my first professional job here because my professor had trusted me and she recommended me for this role, right? Because maybe she has seen the consistency, the hard work.
Yeah.
So just keep doing that. And lastly, and this is the most important, is just prayers.
Right.
There's so much power in praying and it will get you through the hardest times.
Yeah. So when you were going to school, how many international students were you in class?
So we were the biggest cohort of international students. I think this is probably not big for other universities, but for us, I think we were around 44 internationals. No, 44 in the class, but I think 3/4 of it or 75% of us were international students.
Right. Wow.
So at first it was a hard time adjusting, but then I realized I'm with such a diverse group of people.
Were there other Filipinos aside from?
Yeah. So there's one Filipina who has become my friend, and she also just finished her program. And then the rest were from Bangladesh, Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Turkey.
Yeah. So Memorial University, they offer other programs as well, aside from your program?
Yes, it's a big university. They have different, I can't remember how many campuses they have around the province, but it's also a big province. So yes, they have master's program in different fields of study like business administration, psychology, geography, name it, they have it. They also have their own med school.
Yeah. I think they're also big on research, in clinical research.
Oh yes.
I remember we have one of the principal investigators is from Memorial University.
Big on research, especially on like fisheries, ocean, like natural resources, the environment, because this is an island, right? So they mostly focus on that.
Yeah, right. Do you have any other advice?
I think, and I mentioned this earlier, is come prepared, like be ready. This is also why it took me some time to come here and really pursue my master's, because I wanted to make sure that this is, the area of study of specialization that I wanted to pursue. Because this will build on the next steps of my professional life.
Right.
So come prepared, make sure you're really passionate about what you're doing, what you will be studying.
Yeah.
And then save up, because it's so expensive in Canada. Save up. And the others kasi they will experience it here, and then they will have their own ways of coping. But I think those that I've mentioned are the key advices that I will give, kasi yun talaga yung experience ko, and I'm sure other international students who are planning on coming here would have their own sets of challenges. Kasi mas mahirap na ngayon, di ba? It's difficult to come in here. You have to double up your show money. Yeah, so there's a housing crisis. It's a whole lot of new challenges, and then we might have a change in government with the upcoming federal elections, and we will know whether it will be easier for us to come in here or policies will become just stricter and stricter. Just as what happening at the moment.
Yeah. So, when are you planning to apply for your PR?
I'm just waiting for the approval of my PGWP, and then I can.
You have to have 6 months experience for your full-time job before you can apply?
No, not anymore. I think I'm going for the express entry route because I've been working for like 13, 14 years. And they count that under the express entry. And I think 5, 6 years of that's international experience as well because it's under the British government. So
you will consider your previous experience in the Philippines?
Yes, if you go for the express entry route.
Oh, really?
For the graduate stream, that's when you need at least a year of Canadian experience.
Okay.
So that's an option for me, but I'm thinking of going for express entry here.
Yeah. Of course, you are qualified for that. I was thinking as an international student, they only consider your entry here. So it's not that way. There
are other options. Yes, there are other options, and I only learned about this recently. So express entry, international graduate, the skilled workers stream. Or maybe it's slightly different for me because I'm within the Atlantic provinces, right? But I have a friend who's abreast of all the immigration changes because she's working for the immigration office of the province. So she's been helping me as well, and other Filipinos here. And I do my research as well. So we have like 3 different pathways.
Is there a provincial nominee program there?
Oh yes, we still have that. It's called the Atlantic Immigration
Program. That's a popular program, I think.
Yes, it's based on the research done because there's been an increase in international students deciding to come and study in Atlantic provinces, like in Nova Scotia, students with PI, and Newfoundland and Labrador. So it's become popular, and I'm really happy about that because we need more people. We need highly skilled people in these provinces as well.
Yeah. Did you have interviews when you came? Like interview for your when you applied in school? Interview when you applied for the student visa? Did you have interviews or no?
No. I just one of the biggest requirements from the university is called like the statement of purpose. That's basically you telling the immigration officer, your educational background, professional background, why you're choosing the university, why you have chosen the master's program, whether you're ready or you are financially capable of living and studying here. So I just had that, but I had no interviews for both my admission and for my student visa.
Yeah, because I think with your statement of purpose, you were really qualified. They saw that you were really qualified because of your work experience, of your vast work of experience, right? It's really
yes. We got.
Why student pathway? Did you not consider applying as a permanent resident right away?
No, I wanted to pursue my master's degree, so there was no other option for me but to study.
Because if you think about it, it's more expensive, right? It's more expensive. I mean,
it's expensive. Yes.
You can come here as permanent resident and then study.
Yes. But that will take forever. That will take a long time. When you apply for a residency and then study, it will take years. Maybe, I don't know, a year or 2 or more, given the political developments here. So that wasn't a viable option for me. And I really wanted to study, so I want to be a student. That's why I keep on saying, know what you want.
Yeah.
Right? You need to have that focus.
Yeah.
To do a shout out. So for those who are interested in, exploring opportunities, whether it be study or career opportunities here in Atlantic Canada, I'm happy to guide you or share my experiences. You can always follow me on Facebook. I also have an Instagram and a LinkedIn account. I do this because it's part of my advocacy. I really want to help other people who are wanting to come in here, however way they want to come. Basta legal. So I'm happy to do that because I've been doing that since I came in here anyway.
So that's the volunteer job that you are telling me?
Yes, it's part of the mentorship job, like how to transition from being an international student to getting a employment that's relevant to your expertise and educational background, like how to come up or write policy tools and stuff like policy papers. So
You mean you are doing that on your own, or are you with another organization or group?
So we have a group called Study NL, Study in Newfoundland and Labrador. So I did some volunteer work. I'm also doing part-time job now for them. It's still under, mentorship. But even before that, I've been kind of volunteering as well. So that will be something different. And because advice is it's different for everyone, right? We all have different experiences, and those I think are like some that they can resonate with, being a new or being an international student here.
Like lately, di ba nagbago na yung international student pathway, yung tumaas na financial requirement. Marami pa rin nag-apply ba there in your experience?
I think like across Canada, there's been a significant reduction in international students. And that was the goal. That's the goal of the federal government, right? Like they put in a cap in study permits for 2 years. So that's tantamount to 35% reduction. In the case of Newfoundland and Labrador, there's been a huge reduction for us, which is sad. I think even in across Canada, the country, it's the norm, and universities are now struggling on how to cope up with the big reductions because we're bringing $22 billion to Canada annually. And with all the reductions, right? And all the reductions, the cap on study permits for international students, you are going to feel it. They are going to feel that. So it's up for them to kind of test, make everything more sustainable for universities. And I think right now the biggest problem as well is just kind of how to transition, getting that residency, right? So it's important that you really get, once you finish your program, make sure you get a job that's relevant to your study of program. Yes, because they will look at it and then go like, okay, this is not relevant, this is not. That's one key aspect of after your graduation, what comes next. And again, this is what I said, build those relationships because they will really help you land those jobs.
When you're here already, you mean?
Yes, and even because I started networking even before coming in here, right? Like even before I started school. My first visit was actually part of it was me networking with different Filipino scholars, me reaching out, talking to professors who could help me with my research. Like me going to School of Graduate Studies, understanding what the program is all about, what assistance they can provide to me, how they can continue to help international students integrate in the province and really stay here. So it's important to start early. That's another advice, start early in everything. Saving up and connecting, building network relationships in your research. Yes.
Did you join Facebook groups before you came?
Oh, I did. I think it's Pathways to International Student in Canada. I did my research and I came across that and I joined and I got lots of really helpful insights on how to apply for a visa, how much money I need to show, adjusting, coming in here, arriving in Canada, studying. And even to now, I still am.
Especially for students who have no family here, it's really important to connect right away, right?
Yes.
Groups.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Especially if you don't have family, make sure you have at least strong social connections here. And even if for instance, for others who wouldn't have the chance to come in early, it's fine. You slowly build your connection, and you have to because at this point in time in this country, your connections will really make or break you as well.
Yeah. May mga rin dito, may mga palakasan din.
Oh yes! Oh yes.
Also fair. Sometimes may palakasan din talaga.
So, it's a good thing you mentioned that. I had a professor who researched all about stereotypes, biases, the skilling of international professionals. And it still is happening. It's been happening a decade ago. It still is the case in here, right? It's not what you know, it's who you know. Even in the Philippines, it is the system, the norm. In Canada, they have that thing. Norm. So, it's really a matter of finding all those connections talaga. And even though I kind of, it's redundant now because I'm repeating myself, but those are important, I swear.
Mm.
It's my testimony.
Yeah. So, pero pag magaling, marunong ka talaga, matyaga ka, nakikita din talaga nila.
Oh, yes. Oo, and shout out to all the Filipinos there. We are really hardworking and they value us.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next vlog.